Oh hi. Thriving, the port city in the Italian region Sicily, the administrative center of the territorial unit of the same name equated to the province. The city is located on east coast of the island of Sicily at a volcano foot Etna. The population minus 294,756 people. 2010. The patroness of the city is considered St. Agate. City holiday on February 5. Catania was founded in 729 BB by the Greek colonists who arrived here from the Evbisky city of Halkida. A native of the city was his semi-legendary legislator Heron, whose laws differed in extreme severity, but were accepted in other Halkidski colonies of Italy and Cilicium under the name Halkidski establishments. In 476 BB the city was won Gironi by cruel Syracuse tyrants who expelled inhabitants and renamed them into Etna. After the death of the tyrant, people moved back and returned to Catania, her initial name. However, the period of independence was short. In 403 BB other governor Syracuse subordinated to himself the city, and its inhabitants sold in slavery. An archaeological site of this era is Cora. Persephone's statue with a torch. Nearly 150 years Catania was depending on Syracuse. In 263 BB during the First Punic War the city was occupied by Romans and up to the 5th century was a part of the Roman Empire. This became several centuries the period of blossoming of economy and culture. Here the Forum, which ruins remain near the Yard San Pantaleon. Circus for competitions on chariots, theatre and an oduum. In a northern part an amphitheatre was constructed. Creation of the water supply system belongs to the same period that speaks about the high standard of living of citizens. After falling of Rome by the city, the Byzantine Empire governed. In 827 on Sicily Arabs, and later in 1071 landed. They were forced out by Normans under Roger I's leadership. In 1169 Catania was destroyed by a strong earthquake. 30 years later city authorities were supported Oakvilla in fight against Henry VI, the son Friedrich Barbarossa. In reply, troops of the emperor took and burned a part of the city, including the cathedral. During Frederick II's government Catania at last was freed from feudal dependence. 1240. In 1347 as a result of plague epidemic the city practically became deserted. Confirmation of the cultural status of Catania can be considered opening of university. 1434. The first on Sicily, here. The second half of the 17th century, the tragic period in the history of the city. In 1669 there was a strong volcanic eruption Etna. The majority of houses were buried under a layer of lava and ashes. In 1693 when Catania didn't recover from the first blow yet, the earthquake destroyed everything that remained or was constructed. However, inhabitants didn't leave the city and again restored it. As the main materials, the black lava and light limestone were used. In the 19th century Catania rose against Bourbons in 1837 and 1848, and was a part of the United Italy later. Since this period the city quickly developed, having a little slowed down growth only during World War II. The last several decades in Catania created high-tech production, therefore it is called sometimes the European Silicon Valley. Science and education. Catania University. Economy and transport. Driving, the important transport hub. There are ship repair shipyards, locomotive depot, the enterprises of agricultural, mechanical engineering and electronic, oil processing and chemical industry. Near the city, the natural gas field. There is a subway. One line, stations of generally land type. The Catania Fontanarossa Airport is located in 5 km from the city and bears a name of Vincenzo Bellini. The narrow gauge railroad around Etna. City bus routes, including in the airport. Bus traffic to other cities of Sicily. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.